Because we're embarrassed if we're humiliated. So what if you're humiliated? You know who's not humiliated? Do you know who's not humiliated? The people no one knows anything about. You tell me what's more humiliating than what happened with Trump. You tell me what's more humiliating than what happened with Clinton. Tell me. You tell me what's more humiliating when Ali said, I'm going to knock out Frazier, and Frazier knocked him out. You tell me what's more humiliating than that. You tell me what's more humiliating than Michael Jordan when he got the pass and the steal, and Nick Anderson from the pass, and he passes the ball to Scottie Pippen, and Scottie Pippen in the interview, when he makes the comeback in the playoffs, they lose to Orlando Magic. In the interview, Scottie says, Jordan's never given me the ball. I couldn't believe it. He had to go that entire season, everyone saying Jordan's lost this. It's you gotta be shameless. You gotta be shameless. There's gotta be a part of you that's gotta be shameless. Number one. Number two, you tell your victories through personal stories. Let me explain. For instance, let's just say, you know, you are an alumni from, I don't know, from pick a school, Yale, okay? And so you're sitting with a client and saying, you know, it's interesting. I like the fact that you are a Yankees fan because one of my good friends who I knew when I went to Yale together, he was also a big Yankees fan. And I remember when, did you see what just happened right there? Now the client is saying what? Oh, wow, you went to Yale. But you didn't say, oh, let me show you my degree that I went to Yale. You don't do it that way. You connect, and then you talk about what you did, right? Self-promotion. Here's another way. You know, man, this is impressive plaques. I mean, listen, one thing I can tell you is, for somebody like yourself who I see here being recognized as a top attorney, it takes a lot of work to get that, you know, because I respect that. Because in our company, when I got my plaque for the top broker of our company, I remember the effort it took to get there. And for what's crazy is many times people don't see the efforts behind closed doors. So I applaud you for what you did. Did you see what just happened right there? There's a linkage of self-promotion. Okay, there's a linkage of self-promotion.
I like this.
So there's a way you do it. I have a friend of mine who's a doctor who has a hard time talking about the fact that he's a doctor. This guy grew up in Inglewood, and everybody around him was either blood, crip. The prime time of colors is when this guy grew up in that area. He comes out of that mess. He goes to school, becomes a doctor himself, and he doesn't want to say he's a doctor because he feels like he's bragging. There's a way of doing it where it can be subtle through stories. Number two, you're only as good as your last victory. So let me explain what I mean by this. If you're talking about your victory from 28 years ago, you're Al Bundy. And if you don't know what Al Bundy is, back in the days, there used to be a show on TV. What was it called? It was called what? Married with Children. Married with Children. And the main star, his name is Al Bundy, and he would always talk about how he threw 4 touchdowns in high school when they won the championships, and he was in his 50s. Okay? And everyone said, people who talk about high school victories, they're Al Bundy. Don't talk about victories from 22 years ago. You got to talk about your most recent victories. No one cares about 16 years ago unless if you're a grandpa and you're telling your story to your grandkids, and I was 39 years ago. If you're in the hunt today, building it, competing, you got to talk about your recent victories that you have. Number 3, one of the ways you self-promote is you build up other people. That's strange because a lot of times people think you self-promote by knocking other people down, and there may be
What's good, Mike?
Ideas here because some of these people are experts at knocking the other people down, right? You say, hey, Ali used to say, you look like a mummy. He looks like a mummy, right? When you hear Ali talk all his smack, he's the ugliest man I've ever met in my life. I've never met a man uglier than him, right? He would say all this type of stuff.
How you doing today, Mike?
Mayweather would try to do that. Jordan was very big when he was talking smack in the game. But there's an element of you building other people up while you're building your business. I remember when we were selling memberships at Bally Total Fitness, and I had just come to a new club at Bally's, and everybody there was accustomed to selling the memberships by bashing 24-hour fitness. They would bash 24-hour fitness, and I told everybody, listen, stop. We're no longer bashing 24-hour fitness. They said, why? So let me explain to you why we're not going to bash. Here's what we're going to be doing. So people would come and I would say, so let me ask you, how much you know about Bally Total Fitness and what other gyms are you looking at? Oh, you know what? I've looked at you guys in 24-hour fitness. What do you like about 24-hour fitness? I like the fact that 24-hour fitness doesn't have a contract. Okay, aside from that, what else is important? Is distance important to you? Well, yes. What's closer to your house? Bally Total Fitness or 24-hour fitness? They would say, well, I live a block away from
chilling.
Bally.
I might hop on in a few. All right, let me know.
How much of a drive does it take in traffic? About 30 minutes. How long does it take to come over here? They would say 5 minutes. I said, so that's about 25 minutes difference going and coming back. So that's 50 minutes, right? I said, it's 50 minutes times 3 times a week that you're planning on coming to the gym, that's 150 minutes a week, 600 minutes per month. Is that worth more than $5 a month for you? And they would say, well, you know, it is. I said, so you want to go to 24-hour fitness and you're willing to give up 600 minutes per month just for $5 less, just for no reason? Isn't time more important to you than a price?
How you doing, team?
The gust of wind calls our victory.
Fitness is a great thing. There are a lot of great things going on, but I will tell you one thing about why people join Valley Florida Fitness here. Because we like committed members. Because our members
been putting the bomb in ball
I'm ready for
plastic
this.
since
I am so
26.
ready for this. I am extremely ready for this. Are we ready?
we want to save time for you. Because
Yeah, you tripping, dog.
time with your kids and your wife. That's important to us. But we still want you to stay in shape. Does that make sense? Yes, but we got the contract. So they come on board, and the contract is not. So film other people. Sometimes you got to ask.
Hey,
so
I'm not
tell me
hard
about
to
the
miss,
competitors, what you like
and
about
I
them.
don't
They do a lot of
miss.
great things. Let me tell you what we do. What's more important to you? Ta 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 ta. And then you self-promote your business based on what the needs are of the client out there. Number 4, make some predictions.
Just a thought.
Make
We could
some
land here.
predictions, okay?
Hear me?
I predict ... is going to take place. Okay? For instance,
It must
I just made a prediction a couple days ago on a Twitter video, and I told everybody what my thoughts are on Twitter. I may be completely wrong, but I feel based on the research I've done,
Reckon we crash land this puppy there.
I feel something's going to happen with Twitter.
I'm sorry, brother.
And there's a reason why their valuation went from being a $40
No, it's
Forget that. Let's land this bird right there. Follow the leader. That's me. Or don't. Whatever. As long as we win.
Oh, you little prick.
Title is Twitter the next MySpace or something like that. Let's put a link of it or a video, image of it so they can see. Make some predictions. Why is that important? What is that?
Yeah, now.
Are not that accurate. Now, some people might say, what a dumb advice, Pat. Are you really telling people to make some predictions?
Look this way.
Yeah, that's kind of what great real estate developers do. That's kind of what great real estate investors do. That's kind of what great stockbrokers do. They say, I think this is what's going to happen with the market, and if you want to position yourself, I foresee ... taking place. So why not you do it? Hey, I foresee the economy and the marketplace going ... in this area, and I think you need to position yourself here. I think it's smart to do this. I really will call the specifically for the life insurance industry. I'm not recommending you read it. It's for my industry, the life insurance industry. I wrote the book with the prediction I made on what I foresee happening in the marketplace in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. All these insurance companies read it and they wanted to partner up with us. Why? Because they said, this makes sense. Don't be afraid to make some predictions within your industry, your own marketplace that you have going on. Next thing, name dropping. Let me talk about name dropping. There are ways you do name dropping that is absolutely annoying and it backfires. It's absolutely annoying and it backfires. Let me give you the simplest one. Don't name drop if you don't know the person, okay? So for instance, if you say something like, oh, you know what, man, I'm good friends with Beyonce. Oh, really? Oh, that's pretty impressive. Yeah, you know, Beyonce and I. And all you ever did is you went to a concert and Beyonce was there with 30,000 other people. You claim you're friends because you're friends with her on Facebook because you're a fan and you follow her on Twitter. That's not, you're not friends, right? But some people like to say that. Oh, I got to tell you about this story with, if you're going to name drop, do it in a subtle way, but you better validate it. People have done that to me, and once they couldn't validate it, it completely lost their credibility. One of the reasons why I left the former company is because there was somebody there that kept name dropping and they never became a reality. Eventually everybody said this guy's full of it. I like credibility. I like for you to say it and it becomes a reality. So now if you do name drop, for instance, yeah, you know, John, this is a great opportunity to sit down with you and talk to you. You know, one of the things I like is you kind of remind me of Steinbrenner. Back in the days, I used to work for the Yankees, and when I worked for the Yankees, I moved up in a company and I started working with Mr. Steinbrenner. I traveled a lot with he and his family, and it was a great experience. But you and him have a very similar presence together, and it's great to meet you. I've heard a lot of good things about you. Okay? There is a connection. Now, if he goes back and he finds out that never happened, you lose the deal. But if he goes back and finds out that happened, man, credibility, come on, and what do we need to do? So you call back, he's always going to link you. No one's ever going to say it, but you call back, who's calling? Billy Bob. Oh, Billy Bob Steinberg guy. Yes, bring him in. So now what if you don't tell that story? You wasted an opportunity to self-promote, a good opportunity. Here's another one to how to drop. Instead of name drop, book drop. What's book drop? When you're talking and when you're a very well reader, if you're well read, okay? I've read quite a lot of business books. So if I'm sitting there with a meeting and somebody says something in a meeting and I'll say, you know what, one of the books I read was such and such, and in this book it talks about this, and I feel like this is what's going on here with the company. And I recommend that book to you. And you'll see them. Every time you'll see someone, if they're sharp, they go, what was the book's name again? Da, 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 da. And yeah, and you know what? I remember one time when another topic comes up, I read a book once called this, if you can give 2 to 3 book recommendations in a business conversation with somebody, in their mind, they're linking you to a self-educated, autodidact, you don't wait, and you're constantly trying to feed information to yourself because you're a self-educated person. Whether you have a degree or not, it's irrelevant. In their mind, you're educated. They're not saying in their mind you have a degree. In their mind, they're saying you're educated, you want knowledge. So book drop sometimes, not just name drop. Book drop sometimes. Next. Strong opinions about certain subjects within your field of expertise. So it's similar to what I said earlier on making predictions, but this is strong opinions. It's not necessarily prediction. You're making opinions. I don't agree with where the marketplace is going. I think one of the mistakes the industry made was I think they could have done this better or they could have done this better. This even helps if you have your own blog or your own podcast or your own whatever you write, where people are seeing your thoughts. If you know, I wrote this one blog about this and I can send it to you, they can read it. This blog a lot of controversy because my belief in it was, such and such. So for instance, for me, 4 years ago, I wrote an article why I don't believe homeownership is not the American dream. This thing blew up. Fox contacted me, CNN contacted me, everybody contacted me. Then Denver Post, that I think is a number 15 publication in America, did a feature on it. And they sent me the paper, the frame is somewhere around me, I don't know where this is. And also pictures, all this stuff. This entrepreneur doesn't believe in home ownership. That was my opinion. It created so much controversy just because I did one video on YouTube saying what the real American dream is. And I said it's not home ownership, it's entrepreneurship, right? Create a lot of debate. Share your thoughts, share your opinions, and self-promote those articles that you've written. Next, have a certain level of certainty on what you're talking about. People will know the difference between certainty and somebody who is not certain. Believe me, it's not that hard to know when somebody is certain about what they're talking about. Initially when we started doing channels, people would say, Pat, do you read a teleprompter? Do you have a teleprompter that you go through? I don't have teleprompters. I can't speak about these things with you if it's not fresh here because I can show you my brain and remember everything I'm telling you. Just like people can tell if you know what you're talking about with level of certainty if you're feeding this thing. And the more with certainty you talk about, your certainty alone is a way of self-promoting yourself. Your level of certainty is a level of self-promotion that you're having. Next one. To young and new entrepreneurs, a lot of times now people will say, well, Pat, how about if I'm a young entrepreneur, how do I self-promote myself if I don't have any victories? How about if I don't have anything? What am I going to self-promote myself when I'm dealing with some people? Very simple. Everybody started off not having anything to self-promote themselves with, except for the following. Mr. and Mrs. Jones, if there's one thing I could tell you is, I don't know many people who are as committed, hardworking in their trade as much as I am. I can tell you this. The industry, I'm going to make a lot of positive impact on people's lives. I take this thing very, very seriously. I take my clients' time very, very seriously. This is why people like to do business with me. This means a lot to me. The fact that you open your doors to me, it means you trust me to come into your house and present different options to you. That means a lot to me, and I don't take that for granted. That is very important to me. So I want you to know I'm very serious and very dedicated about what I'm doing. My plans are in the next 10 years to open up 7 new offices. My plans in the next 10 years are to be able to take my clients' business from XYZ to ABC. My plans in the next 5 to 10 years to be able to do this. I'm hoping to be one of those clients I can do this great work for with a lot of discipline and dedication. Hopefully you'll give me the opportunity to deliver for you. Certainty, commitment, where you're going, you better deliver. If you don't, you are not a self-promoter that's going places. You're a bullshitter. You gotta deliver. You gotta deliver. If you keep changing what you're selling, zero credibility. This is why I say choose one thing for 10 years. Choose one thing for 10 years and stick to it for 10 years. So now, do's and don'ts. Don't overdo it. It's annoying. Don't overdo it. It's annoying. Don't make things up. I already told you this. Let me explain what I mean by don't overdo it. Ladies, think about it if you go on a date with a guy who he constantly brags about himself, and 80% of the time he's talking, 20% of the time you're talking. You don't like that. Who likes that? No one likes that, right? There isn't a single person that likes, well, let me tell you who I am. You know, oh yeah, you know, I know everybody. I'll go to that nightclub, the bar, you know, the owners know who I am. Every time I go out, get the table, they give me the bottle. You're annoying. That's not attractive. That's annoying. You're hiding an insecurity. There's something you are not comfortable about yourself. Everyone can tell. Everyone can tell. Then there's the guy that just says, oh, great, yeah, no problem, awesome, yeah. But he still self-promotes himself. Here's why. Ladies, did you really end up liking a guy who didn't self-promote himself? Honestly, are you dating a man that somehow didn't self-promote himself? Come on. You didn't self-promote yourself? What do you think? What do you think shaving legs is? What do you think us shaving our goatees? What do you think us getting our hair done? That's self-promotion. What do you think it is to cologne? Self-promotion. What do you think it is to work out? Self-promotion. What do you think it is to take care of our body? Self-promotion. How about you? Self-promotion. Self-promotion. When my wife and I were dating, and we went through the process of fighting. It was after about, the first 6 months, everyone bullshits. It's not a real relationship. It's fake. The first 6 months is fake. It's Hollywood. It's not real. Don't believe it. Everyone lies in the first 6 months. I love you so much. Here's a dozen roses. And then 9 months later, what dozen roses, man? Oh, I love you. The toes are always perfectly done. Every time, like they get their toes done every day. 8 months later, what happened? There's cracks on the toes. What happened here? Self-promotion is gone. The reality sets in, oh, I didn't get a chance to get my toes done. And they're kind of walking around. Like, oh my gosh, what happened to those toes, man? They were nice toes. Self-promotion is gone, right? A little bit. Watch this. Stay with me here. My wife and I are together for about a year. I haven't proposed yet. And we get into a very big fight. You know what she tells me? Let me tell you what she tells me. She says, don't you get it? No woman is ever going to treat you as good as I'm going to treat you. No one is. No woman. Don't you understand that? She said this to me. Watch when she said this to me. She said this to me in 2008. She's going to watch this on the video, and she has no clue I even said this. I'm going to show it to her because she watches the video. She has no idea I said this. That had an influence over me proposing to her. Think about that. Even my wife is a self-promoter. Think about it. So none of us here are too good to be, and it's righteous, it's also, stop. The only difference between you and some of these other bigger guys, they just self-promote better than you. And they work harder to be able to deliver. So my message is very simple to you here. Go back, watch this video again, take some notes, make a decision for yourself. What type of a brand do you want to build? Are you going to be a brand like these guys, that they build a brand where a guy like me, an entrepreneur, is willing to pay thousands of dollars just to own a seat of the Yankees where Babe Ruth built, the house where Babe Ruth built, to give this away as a recognition for what? Just because somebody knew how to self-promote this brand. And don't be the entrepreneur that doesn't go and do this, because you will miss out on so many opportunities if you don't self-promote yourself. So let's get this here. If you got any questions.
That was actually really neat. I really like that. I like that video.
an open book. Just get your mum's permission to read.
Today will be our day. Fight, Reader.
The important thing is not to die.
Introducing your champion.
Hey, try to move me. It'll be fun.
Don't know. Start off
Here we go. I'm the jump master.
to that video. I don't know. I listen to a lot of videos, to be honest, but sometimes I don't actually get the time. You know, depending on different shit you gotta do throughout the day. Sometimes I don't actually get the
I will
time.
choose our location for battle.
Good luck, brothers.
Though, it's good whenever you are able to squeeze it in, and then, you know.
On the way. We ought to go here.
And I hope that you guys, you know, kind of like it. You know, if not, so be it then. But still, I think it's good information. Real neat. It's good to know about different stuff.
Contact hostile.
Round one. Beginning countdown.
Next ring is not close.
Attention. First blood.
Scanning the area.
Reload.
First blood. I'm getting shot. Shield.
Yo, I need help.
Give me my shield to recharge. Hostile close.
Stand back. Now the clock is firing.
Now taking fire.
Reload.
I'm down, brother.
Too slow.
On the roof. You can rest me there if you want.
New kill leader appointed.
Be aware of the new kill leader.
not showing it off. I'm actually rather sad that I lost all them points the other day. Truth be told, I really can't believe I went down. This shit was making me actually angry. But I don't know, I feel like anyone can kind of understand that. Especially at losing damn near half the points of getting into the next tier. But we gonna get these points up. I don't know. I'm playing for a little bit.
I'm here to pour a little petrol on the situation.
Fly fighter. The end is decided. Trust it.
Harder, faster, stronger.
This is your champion.
Let's land this burn right there.
Over here.
Righto.
Alright, this game is definitely gonna be ready. Bro, fuck that shit, bro. You can go the fuck away from me. Like, God. Yeah.
Attention. First blood.
It's go time. Extended light mag here. Level 2. Dibs.
Attention. There is a new kill leader.
Careful, new kill leader. Watch it. Gonna break this hold open. It's go time. Extended light mag here. Level 3.
Let me know if you find a R301.
Deal looks ripe for robbery.
Extended heavy mag here. Level 3. Extended light mag here. Level 3. Let's explore this way. Evo shield here. Level 2.
Extended heavy mag here. Level 2.
Yeah, I'm ready to move.
Charge tower here. It's go time. Phoenix kit here. Those who need it, there is an extended energy mag here. Level 3. Extended stock here. Level 2. Rampage here. Hold on. Crafting.
Barrel stabilizer here. Level 1.
Crafting. One moment.
Extended heavy mag here. Level 2.
We have the benefit. We are inside the ring. Half these spots remain.
I need a sniper sight.
Looting for fortune, fame, and firearms over there.
Care package.
Got us a care package coming in.
Must go faster.
Barrel stabilizer here. Level 2.
I could use that.
Extended energy mag here. Level 3. Evo shield here. Level 3. Extended light mag here. Level 3.
Target spotted.
Someone just went out race portal. The factory thing over there.
Faster, faster, faster.
We should definitely push to the right. Also, care package over here.
Let's go this
And
way.
I want to get care package. So
Shield battery here. Phoenix kit here.
Optics here. Mid-range. I could use that.
that's a long ass run to get to this care package.
What do you say we move here?
Okay. Forget that.
I should probably go over here, meet up with the team.
That'd be an enemy, fellas.
Okay.
Let it rip. Deploying me knuckle cluster. Reloading. Down the one.
Marking our surroundings. Calling upon.
Recharging me shields. Bad dudes over there.
Taking a moment to recharge my shields.
Reloading. Ah, being shot at. Reloading. Enemy down. Charging up.
Marking our surroundings.
Hands up. No. Knuckle cluster. Good job, buddy. I'm going in. Ah!
Kill leader eliminated.
Strong work. We've defeated the kill leader.
Launching me knuckle cluster.
Healing my
Healing. Give me a sec.
Round 2. Beginning ring
Charging
countdown.
shields. Come on.
All Father, give me sight.
Replicator being delivered.
Extended
Replicators
heavy
on the
mag
way,
here.
amigos.
Level 4.
Heat shield here. Joker over there.
Alright, I'm with you.
Joker over there. Woohoo, that's go. Optics here. Open supply. Optics here. Mid-range.
Alright, let's see if I can do some damage. Actually get on the board. Actually get some
Drongo
damage.
over there. Lucky me. Reckon we should go here.
Yeah, I feel that fuse.
Ha! Hitting it.
Feel like he probably should have saved that, but shit, it is what it is.
Enemy spotted. Way out there. Enemy spotted over there.
Mira, someone's out there. They're far.
I can beam. Y'all want me to take shots or no? Yeah, I'm taking shots. Yeah, I'm taking shots.
Hostile over there.
Ring will be closing in 30, but she ain't far. Enemy spotted over there. Engaging.
Knocked it, knocked it. You can push, I knocked it.
Piercing me shield.
It's a lifeline over there, trap.
Come on. Downed one.
Marking our surroundings.
Over here.
I like pushing limits as much as these guys, but we gotta go. Reloading.
Hostile
Right
over
there.
Bad guys, let's do it.
Reloading.
Killed that joker.
I didn't land that
Package
smart.
being delivered.
Taking fire. Reloading. Charging up.
Bless me with sight. I'm taking fire.
Bloody joker over there. Stand back. Knuckle clusters firing.
Fuck it.
I got some bad guys here.
Where was the team above us?
I
Can y'all
think
ping
someone's
again?
been here. Hopefully they still are.
I want to
Because
put.
I'm
Oh wait, someone altered us. Bangalore altered on us. Move.
Grenade! Recharging the shield.
Replicate might be something good this way.
Right here.
Recharging
Right over
shields.
there.
Right there on the building in between those two things.
I have fallen.
Person to the right. Person to the right.
Shooting at me. Hey, go. Want to be knuckle cluster.
It was a good try, boys. Good try. I guess we finally got points.
The All-Father will gift us today.
Pick me, I'm so bored.
Pop the smoke, make 'em broke. Introducing your champion. Hit the jets, we're dropping hot. Let's go this way.
Faster, faster, faster!
Attention, first blood.
First fatality. Let the games begin.
Discovered an explosive hold here. Mind your distance. Opening a hold.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
Putting lead down range. Reload. Abilities are offline. Rápido, rápido! Frag out. They got me. I'm down. Down to target.
Bless me with sight. Took out a hostile.
That's how you do it. Taking fire!
Reloading. Tango down. Give me a sec. Recharging shields.
That one's out for the count.
You'll be alright. I got you. Give me a sec.
Mira, granada! Fire in the hole! Give my shield a recharge.
Marking our surroundings.
Healing. Watch my back. They're shooting at me? Reloading.
This person one tap.
Hostile
I
right
got
here.
some bad guys here.
Scanning the area.
Let's go here. Silence over here. Ambush, ambush. There's another squad. Put guys down range. Spotted. Double timing it. Thus to the last one. Get some. Reloading.
Taking a moment to recharge my shields.
Taking a knee. Catching up.
The ring is close. Scanning the area.
Amigos, let's go here.
I have fallen.
Yo!
Trying to corner us.
Just back out, Hank.
Off the mic. Spotted. Not too far from ring. Got 10.
Grappling makes things much easier. Try it sometime.
Warning. Ring closing. Attention. Delivering care package.
Yeah, that's real as hell. I appreciate this. Yeah, that's real as hell. I appreciate this.
What a rush!
It was not my time. Hostile right here. Marking our surroundings.
We gotta get up out of here. Someone just landed on us. Hit the jump tower.
Let's go this way.
bang? What you trying to fight or what's up?
Someone else is over there.
Target over there.
Yeah, I really need heavy ammo.
I need heavy ammo.
Healing. Watch my back.
Oh, wait, I just
Light ammo. R99 here.
someone is pulling up on us.
Contact with target. Scanning the area.
Shot at.
Charging on my shields.
Fire. Recharging my shields.
Countdown.
Shooting at me.
Charging shields.
Taking a moment to recharge my shields.
Attention. Delivering
Have this clouds
replicator.
I bathe in their blood. Scanning the area.
Smoke out.
Getting health back.
Take fire. Fire. Double timing it. Pop and smoke. Already on my mark. Taking fire.
We just killed the kill leader. Okay,
I had.
what now?
Alright, it's still good. Still in the running. It's still running by.
Extended light mag here. Level 4.
New kill leader. If they're getting cocky, they're getting sloppy. 10 seconds. Ring's just ahead.
Closing.
The ring is moving for live fighters. No one is
We've got
inside.
trouble.
Scanning the area.
Optics here.
Care package
Close
being
range.
delivered.
Yo, we should def check out that care package. is over here.
Alright.
Replicator touching down.
Alright, about to hit the zip line.
Someone traveled through here.
Let's go over here.
Alright.
Copy that.
Yeah, I'm with it. Got a knock.
Reloading.
1 minute till close.
Reloading.
Marking our surroundings. Calling upon nature's strength. The ring is close. All Father, give me sight. Target spotted.
Heads up. Dropping the pain.
Rockstar. Down one.
I got him.
Engaging.
Our enemies have...
Charging on my shields. Who took out the champ? We need more juice. Using it.
Fire.
Marking our surroundings.
Oh shit.
Reloading. 10 seconds. Ring's just ahead.
All Father, give me sight. Reloading.
Dusted the last one.
Taking a moment to recharge my shields.
Just
Must go faster.
Him down.
Damn. You got a heat shield? You got a heat shield? It's the third time I've died in that same game.
let's reposition here. Triple take here. Very little projectile drop at range.
Yeah, they was fine. Yeah, I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'm done for now.